Hey y'all, this is Eliana with Why Not Redesign, and this week I come to you to be one of the content creators for the Chippy Barn. Super excited for this opportunity, and I thank them very much for sending me that I will be using. I'll be redesigning one of my buffets that actually I have at home, and I have been meaning to redesign this for several years. I've had this buffet for probably almost 5 years and have never had the chance to do it. Or maybe I've had the paint on hand and I've never pulled the trigger. This time, I'm going to do it. The piece is beautiful. It's a late 1800s, early 1900s Jacobin style. The buffet has been in nearly perfect condition. You will see that it has very few minor details, and for its age, it's in great shape. I'll be taking you along with me to show you how I prep and what I do to all of the pieces that I work with. And like I said, this one is going to be staying home with me, so I might be taking a couple of different steps or doing a couple of different things that I normally don't do, other pieces. But nevertheless, I will be making it just as pretty. My motto is that every piece that I do has to be perfect enough for me to keep it at home or enough to go to your home. So I will take you along and show you all of my steps, step by step by step. Hopefully I won't bore you with some of those steps because some of them can be pretty lengthy, but I will do my best to keep you informed. And please send me any questions that you may have along the way with throughout this week. I'm super excited to do this, so with no further ado, let me show you the products that I chose. So the color that I chose is called Seaside Cliff, and it was curated by Lemon and Bloom, or Lemon Bloom, and it's a beautiful deep green. It's a very moody color as it's described by the person who curated this. So I'll show you guys in a little bit what that beautiful green is. They also were gracious enough to send me their top coat satin finish and the white wax that I will be using. Also, this wax is in a matte finish, and when I realized that I chose a top coat in satin and the wax matte, I decided to go ahead and use one of the codes from one of the ladies who was doing her content creation that week and order a clear wax. So I'll be using the clear and white waxes in Seaside Cliff. Again, a beautiful deep green. It's like a forest green, if you will. So the first step will be, of course, the prep. My husband and I are gonna be taking the piece outside, and we're going to be sanding it, and it has a lot of details. I'll show you. So I will be making sure that I sand through those details with my SurfPrep sander, and I will show you guys how then I will decide whether to prime it. The color is a very dark color, so I may not prime the body of it, but I will be also sanding the legs and the top to then apply the wax on that. So let me just take you along as I go, and let's see how that goes. And just let me know if you have any questions as I go along. Hello everyone, welcome to my Chippy Barn Content Creator Week. This week I'm going to take you into the life of my buffet, the one that I got almost 5 years ago and said I will refinish almost immediately, but did not. I'll give you some history of this beauty later on as I do my lives and tell you all that it has gone through so far, and then show you everything that it will go through along the week. I hope you'll hang with me as I show you how to transform this with this magnificent paint. One of my favorites for sure. One that is definitely in my arsenal of things to paint and make all the things pretty. So come along with me. So we brought this thing out here to sanded. And this buffet is, of course, very old. So old that the stain is literally just peeling off with a scraper. So what I want to do is I want to take all of this old stain off of this plate, off of this piece before, with a scraper, before I actually sand it, so that none of these particles are embedded into the wood as we sand it in. All of this that looks like it's pieces of dirt or gunk, I am actually just taking off stain as I go. And initially I thought that this was going to be like some sort of white birch because of all of this stuff that we see in the pieces that were decolored. But I'm seeing that it's probably some sort of oak or cedar, like a hard cedar or something, because it's kind of reddish underneath. So Mr. Wynot is very ready to sand, and I'm very ready to just continue scraping because I don't want to damage my piece. And we're just gonna keep on doing this until we get to a point where we can clean all of this up again, dust it off, and give it a good sanding. So you can see right here where I just literally took probably this satisfying material, but probably not something that I should be doing with a scraper. I don't want to indent it either. It's pretty cool to see also. Alright, I'm going to stop so he can sand. Here we go. Ready, Mr. Wynot?
I'm always ready.
My turn. So I'm going to show you guys, I had a lot of questions about my SurfPrep, and a lot of people were asking me if it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It is an investment. I said that all along. But for us who are in this for the business side, it's not more of a hobby. It's definitely an investment. This is again my piece, and even if it wasn't, I would never take a regular sander, a rotary, or a orbital like my husband did to the top of this, because it is faster and the most efficient way to do this top. However, for the sides and for all of this intricate work, I'm using my SurfPrep, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy and how well this does. And I will not do this with an orbital. So here we go. Absolutely no damage. This all crowd conforms to these very intricate pieces of the dresser of the buffet. Sanded, completely no damage. I'm doing it in all of those pieces that are super detailed. I'll do it one more time on this side. And I don't have this hooked up to my vacuum, the shop vac, so it's making a little bit more dust and definitely a lot more sound that it normally does when I have it hooked up. I'm outside, so I decided to just bring it out here and finish it off. I'll do this door ones too. It's always been a little sticky, so hang on a second. I switch hands so I can show you guys. Hopefully with one hand, I'm here by myself, but the door is open, and I'm gonna try to show you how it does. Hard to do. Okay, here we go. Basically conforms to the piece, and there's absolutely no damage. Like I said, I've got more dust because it does not have, sorry, I have a lot more dust because it does not have the shop vac hooked up to it. But there's no damage to my piece whatsoever. I have an abrasive. This is a medium with a cushion over here. I don't know what they call it. That's the right name for it, but it's cushiony, and it's one of the most abrasives that they have is like a medium. But yep, just wanted to show you. It's a wonderful machine. There's the side that I did already. As you can see, it leaves this completely smooth. I don't know what that stuff is still, guys, but anyways, I will clean the piece one more time after this, then it'll be ready for paint and stain. But I'm not doing a stain now that I think about it, so paint and whatever I'm doing. And good morning, y'all. So here we are, paint day. How crazy is the way that this buffet looks now? It's like a completely different piece, like something I found new all over again. And I love it, but not this way. So as I showed you guys last night, I always flip the can upside down a few days before I paint, because I like to make sure that all of the additives that it has and all of that stuff, it mixes well with the paint. And I know that some of it stays at the bottom of the can a lot of times, so I flip it so that it kind of comes back up. And then when I open the can, I stirred it very well. I also take out the paint from the can itself so that it doesn't contaminate. And if I have any paint left over, which I know that I will with this paint especially, that the one that stays in the can is completely clean and clear of any debris or anything that may transfer onto it when you use it by to dip the brush in it all the time. So I'll take that out. And again, this is the waxes that I will be using in the top coat, possibly. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the top coat or not, but definitely the waxes will be used. So let's do this. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful this paint color is. Woohoo! Super important to mix the paint very, very, very well before you start using it, so that all of the ingredients mix up and that the color is truly what you're wanting to apply. I'll put that there. And I use a little scoop to transfer the paint out. Try to get as least of that on the can lip as possible so that it stays clean. And I'm gonna transfer 2 scoops for now. I can get more later if needed. I'm probably gonna need maybe 1 more, I think, for coat 1, but maybe not. This paint is very thick, as you guys can see. Make sure that we put the top on the can. Don't have to close it completely, but make sure that it's well sealed. And look at that beauty. Let's get to it. So here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Remove this thing out of here. I am so totally in love with this already. I'm so glad that I waited this long for the right paint, and I think I found the right paint and the right paint color for my book. So you can see, and I'm sure that you can see how well the coverage did on this too. I think I'm gonna do like a half coat next, meaning I'll probably just mix the paint a little bit with water to do the second full coat, because it doesn't really need a full. And I'm gonna show you also how much paint I used yesterday. I used 2 more scoops after the first 2 that I initially took. But what do you guys think? Tell me, give me some info. What? You guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God, I love it so much. So I'm gonna be doing 3 of my little scoops of paint and 1 of water, or that's what I did. And I'm mixing it really well to make sure that it's consistent throughout. So I just did this entire side, and about to do the legs at the bottom and the last side panel, and I'll be done with this. I will allow it to dry overnight, and then so finished my second coat, and guess what? I have too much paint. I probably should have mixed, gosh, 1.5 of those little scoops rather than 3, because I probably have 1.5 or maybe even 2 of the scoops here. So there you go. And there she is. She, he, it, I don't know. I call it all kinds of stuff. Gorgeousness. Yep, there it is. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to get started with the wax and see that this wax smells so good. Lemongrass scented. And I wish that I could just like, for real guys, just take a sniff. I think you can probably smell it from there. It's just delicious. And I do love application is super easy too. So just dab, dab, dab. It's on there. And immediately you can see how well it penetrates. 1, 2. Oh yeah. You guys see that? I'm going to be using the wax on the frame also, or the paint, to seal it.
I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. Up this morning, tie my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Drive my truck up, grab my coffee, kiss my baby.
You guys, good morning. Look at my beautiful buffet. I am so pleased. with the results of this. Completely in love. It's perfect in every way. It's everything that I expected, and honestly, more.